Billy, your Dallas Mavericks ought to be ashamed of the product that they put on the floor tonight. Just ought to be ashamed of themselves, Billy.
I'm kind of lost for words tonight. But then again, I'm not. It wasn't a good basketball team. It wasn't a good basketball team we played tonight, so I'm starting to think we should have just expected this. Um,
Mm.
this is what we do. This is who we've proven we are over the course of a season. A lot of second and third and fourth tier guys on that Memphis team, and so this was to be expected tonight. They went nuts, absolutely nuts, went berserk on us. 29-point loss. I don't know what to say, man. Pass the mic. Pass the sticks.
Wait. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey,
Where the hell did you come from?
I snuck in.
Oh man, you came here to rub it in tonight. That's what you did.
Well, I mean, we didn't have a certain 7'3" guy.
Billy's guy. Billy's guy did not show up tonight.
But you know what's funny? Billy's right because you expect this. You know what? That's why I'm telling you right now. Dallas Mavericks are your 2021 NBA champions because we play good against good teams. So once the playoffs start, we're gonna be good.
You got to stop. Yeah. You got to stop this.
Won't be any bad teams in the playoffs.
No, but honestly, it's not as bad. Like I thought the Mavericks turned the corner a bit because they demolished Cleveland both times on the back-to-back, and you didn't even have KP in that game. You had no Maxi Kleba, and they came and took care of business. And like now, Memphis is a very desperate team. They're trying to avoid. They're trying to fight for seeding as well. They're a playoff team technically. They're in that playing situation. They're trying to make some moves there. They're trying to avoid that Golden State, matchup as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I think they were very and look, they still had their guy, John Morant is that guy is
I already know who this is right here. I already know who that is right there. I don't even need to look. I know who that was. Who posted that comment? That's Mike Bassett. I don't even need to look. I know that comment. Who that comment came from?
Well, I mean, again, it's disappointing though to see overall that they didn't they were sleepwalking in that entire third quarter. Like it seemed like they were zombies. They just turned things. And then Luka, after that little fall, remember when he went after that rebound, that loose ball onto the floor? They were trying to chase it, everything, all that. He flipped over, hit the arena floor, and it looked like it hurt him pretty bad. He came back and played, but from then on, Luka looked out of it. He just looked like he did not want to play this game. He wanted to sit down, and nobody else could make their shot. So I just said, by the start of the fourth quarter, I was like, Rick, just sit him. Just sit him. There's no point. You're down almost 20 points. What's the point?
Yeah, I was like, let's pull Luka. Let's not do this anymore. Let's get to the Pelicans tomorrow night.
I think Luka was trying to get Rick to pull him. I think Luka was like, "How bad can I play to make Rick sit me down?" Because he had no business in this game. He did not want to play, and I was going back into the early parts of the second quarter. I mean, the guy did not feel like he wanted to play in this game.
Kendrick says he was bad before then.
Exactly, Billy, I feel your pain, man. Like we're both big time Mavericks fans. We expect big things from them. This was disappointing nonetheless. I'm not happy with this team, and right now you just gotta hope. Now you're tied with Portland. You and Portland now basically have the same record, but I think Portland now has the tiebreaker over you, which is not good news. So you need to finish the season better than Portland if you want to stay in that fifth seed.
Yeah, it's huge, man. And this is my problem with the Mavericks. Just game in and game out. We don't know. I saw people talk about it on Twitter, also a little bit on Facebook. You don't know which team is going to show up. I want to point out something that you brought up, EA. I thought very valid about Luka. He did look like after he ran over that wall or tried to jump over it. And listen, I thought Luka.
I didn't feel energy from Luka all night tonight. I didn't feel energy from Luka all night. Sorry.
Well, I mean, he didn't really play well tonight, period. But, I mean, after that, it did look like he was just kind of looking for an excuse to get out of the game. there were moments where they were still in it, but like when that third quarter came around, they gave up, I think it was 36 points in the third. At that point, it was like, all right, just shut it down. It's clear these guys don't want to play anymore. And, I think Rick wanted to see if they would give them anything. They didn't. But they can't keep doing this type of thing, man. They got to find a way to beat bad teams. Memphis they're not the worst team, but they're not a good team either. But then maybe we should start reevaluating ourselves. Are the Mavericks really as good as what we think they are? We talk about all the time. They give a little spurt of greatness or what we think is good, but that they're just, I don't know. I don't think there's much of a gap between the Mavericks and everybody right behind us.
I will say this though. I'm not saying that they're a top 4 team. They're not anywhere near the top 4 teams in the West, but they clearly can play with those teams. I think they're a talented team. I think they have the talent. They can. They're just inconsistent. They're consistently inconsistent, and that's their problem. Also, injuries with KP, Maxey, and then now you lost JJ Redick. I don't know how long, but he went out of the game with again for that heel problem. I'm still waiting for Walt. Walt, what's the weather report? I know it's been raining out here, but
it's been raining out here.
But it's been raining out here. It's been raining at the AAC or anywhere where the Mavericks play. Seems pretty dry when JJ Redick's on the floor.
It wasn't raining in Memphis today either. Tell you that.
But again, I'm not going to sit there and I think that the Mavericks, depending on the matchup they get in the playoffs, they can still, like for instance, the first round. I'm optimistic if it's either Denver or the Clippers, because the Mavericks have shown us time and time again this season they can play with those teams. In fact, they have the season series against both the Clippers and Nuggets, if I'm not mistaken. So they have the opportunity to do those things.
Well, we already got our first. We already got our first Fire Rick comment of the night, Billy. We're already going there tonight.
Oh my God! Okay, so seriously.
Yep.
What's it? Gordon seemed like a lovely guy there on Facebook. You and your lovely companion.
Come on, Gordon. Turnovers. Did they get good barbecue? Come on, Gordon. Lay off for the Mavericks, man.
You know what's funny? We were criticizing Rick Carlisle all of a sudden again after bad. What about that stretch? I mean, at one point the Mavericks were one of the worst teams in the Western Conference in early February, and then they turn around and now we were at a 5th seed. Did we think the Mavericks were going to be a 5th seed? So let's stay off the Rick Carlisle needs to be fired thing. And I mean, sometimes your players they're not good or they're not into the game. It happens sometimes.
They need to be held accountable. That's the bottom line. And see, here's the thing. It's what I told you guys before. Yes, you're right. The Mavericks started off terrible. We had the COVID situation. We were all, including myself, I was saying, hey, maybe it's time to move Rick around, so on and so forth. He got him rolling and all that different type of stuff, man. The bottom line is nobody on this team played well tonight. I think THJ and maybe Willie Collins were our best players on the floor. And when they're your best 2 players on the floor, that's a problem. That is a huge problem.
I hate John Brown. I really do.
Step back, Jack.
Step back, Jack. Step back, Jack, in full form tonight, huh, Billy? Yeah. Well, let's find out what step back Jack did tonight. Let's find out what step back Jack did tonight, Billy. Let's see what happened to step back Jack tonight.
All right, so
as EA says, the lowlights of tonight.
Yeah, well, I'll say this: the first quarter was actually pretty okay because, honestly, they had an 8-point lead with 3.3 minutes left in the first quarter.
EA, they decided to want to sit Luka and we got this game. We don't need to play Luka. And Memphis went ahead and said, "Oh, really, huh? Okay, well, watch this."
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I turned around for just a second because I was trying to set up my TV watching thing, and all of a sudden, Memphis ended the first quarter leading by 1. I'm like, what happened there? And then I was like, what? And then all of a sudden, from then on,
that's a movie on the white pound.
Memphis took over. Memphis just had the energy from the start. They knew how they wanted to play. They wanted to attack. And Walt, to your credit, you always say the Mavericks' biggest weakness. They don't do good against teams that like to run it up and down the court. Well, Memphis is like, we'll try that tonight, and it worked. They ran them out the gym very early.
Mr. Zion, can I just remind you that if it wasn't for YouTube, Billy, if I can remind you, if I could take you back to what was it, April 14th? If it wasn't for a Luka lucky shot, they lose that game to Memphis back in April, the last time they played them.
Right.
If it wasn't for that lucky shot Luka hit, they lose that game that night.
That's true. And
so they got a piece. They got a piece of Memphis already of what they could do. So I guess tonight they saw, no Valanciunas, no Grayson Allen, who lit us up last time. We got this tonight. And John Moran said, "Okay, yeah, you forgot about me. You forgot about me over here. I'll meet you for 24 tonight."
I miss Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz did not play today.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Well, listen, guys, I think more than anything, I mean, we can talk about getting ran on and off the floor or whatever and speed and all that. We know Memphis is a young, fast team in certain areas, but Memphis, where they really beat us, they were far more physical than we are, man. And that's the nature of their team and how they are. Yeah, they got a few more athletes now. They're not big as with what's his name, Zoe and Marc Gasol as they used to be, but they're still that mentality is physical. They want to get up in you. If you watch number 24, I forget what his name is for the Grizzlies, but Walt, I told you at the last game, I said whoever number 24 is, he gives Luka problems because he gets into him. He wants to body him, and Luka doesn't like that style of play. He's a big body himself, but he doesn't want to play that style of basketball. He wants everything to be free, and it's not going to be like that. Memphis is going to play you tight. They're going to put a body on you. When they foul you, they're going to foul you and let you know they fouled you. And the Mavericks are just not built for that tough, physical style of basketball. That's just not what they are. They're a three-point finesse shooting team with a couple of tattoos. That's what they are.
Can I just
number 24 is that's Mr. Dylan Brooks, and tonight he hit Dallas Mavericks for I think about 22 points tonight. Dylan Brooks did.
Can I say something? I guess we are not used to three guys on this show when we do the post game because I'm being obscured by the Facebook comments.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Look at that. That's for you, Billy. That's for you, Billy.
Hey, Dwight.
Somebody wants to know where Depot 7 was at.
He was right there sitting next to your star basketball player on the team, the one that gave you 4-on-4-16 shooting. That's where he was at tonight.
Dwight, hey, give him credit. Dwight was, got that flagrant 2. Showed he had a little bit of energy. He wanted to get all aggressive, even though it was kind of a weak flagrant 2. But hey, he was trying to get play.
That was not a flagrant foul. My God.
No, it wasn't. But you know what, man? He was trying to do something. He was trying to do something defensively. What did the rest of the team do?
What you say? When you get beat in, somebody got to touch him up, right, Billy? Somebody's got to get
somebody's got to. You got to send in the goon. I don't know if Dwight Powell's the goon, but Jesus, that's the problem. When we're getting hit in the mouth, we fold like a cheap tent. I've said that many times before. You're not going to beat teams in this league, especially in the playoffs, running around jacking up threes. You got to have a physical edge to you, and this team does not have that, man. No, look at the Mavericks team. Who do you look at and say, man, that guy's physical? He's a dog out there. Who is it? Nobody.
Well, Billy, the guy with the worst haircut on the team lit him up for 15 points tonight. That's just Kyle Anderson guy. I remember him on the Spurs. This guy's got the worst haircut ever, and he's out here just giving it to the Mavericks tonight.
And it didn't look nice. It's not even pretty at all. He doesn't have like a really nice jump shot or anything. Everything he did looked kind of awkward, but it still worked, and it was still killing the Mavericks. So I guess as long as it goes in the basket, it counts.
Well, what did we say earlier? I mean, Walt, that guy you just mentioned for the Grizzlies, would you consider him a third or fourth tier basketball player?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Look at this.
Look! There goes those apples. There goes those turnovers. Billy. Somebody sent a message saying, "Look like the Mavericks in home economics right now in the kitchen, making them turnovers in class right now. They cooking them and handing them out to Memphis."
Billy, Walt,
I got my vanilla ice cream.
I'm telling you guys right now. That was pretty much the entire game. It was the turnovers because for most of this game, outside.
Oh, come on, man! Look at that shot. Come on, man.
Until we got to the fourth quarter, this game was still somewhat within reach, and the turnovers just killed the Dallas Mavericks. And of course, also their offense was just, their offense wasn't going tonight, and then they couldn't stop them on the other end. It was just a perfect recipe for disaster in a game. When you can't make your shots, and then your defense is horrific. I mean, their perimeter defense. I think Jalen Brunson got tricked into a three. I think Morant came in there and lured him back, and then all of a sudden Morant hit that three. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, the defense was horrific down the stretch, and I was just sitting there like, okay. I'm like, what are we doing? And it's funny because you do things against the Nets, do things against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, where you're playing some really good defense, and all of a sudden you just throw out this kind of crap.
Well, that's what Gordon says. This makes the next game doesn't mean nothing now. It's out of there.
Well, not necessarily. Here's the thing. We're over. I will say this. It is a bad game, but we're overreacting again. The Mavericks still in strong position right now. They're tied now for Portland for the 5th seed. So, I mean, it's still we're still in a good spot. It was just a very bad thing to happen on your way to the playoffs. And by the way, though, I was expecting one of these games. You can't stay hot forever. You're not. The Mavericks aren't good enough to be on a consistent hot win streak. They're just not going to do that. They're not that good of a team. We're not a championship contender.
Come on, man. John Brown, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, John Brown?
He's asking a legitimate question, Walt. That's what he's doing. Same question I've been asking.
Come on, man.
First off, hold on. No, here's the thing.
Wait a minute.
Billy, I'm going to get you on here right here. Okay, first off, you and John Brown need to chill out with the Luka not being a leader stuff. First off, I thought Luka, first of all, when he was interviewed by TNT and saying that, his technical fouls and everything, he admitted that he needs to start doing better. I've never seen Luka even acknowledge that was a problem before. Now he's acknowledging his problems, and he's trying to fix it. He's not whining. I've seen him. He's not whining as much as he used to. He is rallying his team. He's talking to the team. Luka is that kind of leader where he does it with his play. It's not where, hey, guys, come on. He's not the raw leader type guy. He's not Peyton Manning where you're going to get everybody in there. He's not. He's like Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's not a talker. Do you think Tim Duncan got the rah-rah speech going? No. Tim Duncan did it with his play on the court. So I think you guys are trying to you guys are trying too much what you guys want to hear in the media instead of actually seeing what's on the court.
Well, I'd have to disagree with you 1,000% on that, simply because Luka. I mean, when it comes to the idea of him admitting, I saw that on TNT. He did say, "Hey, it's on me." Da 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 da. But yeah, what did we expect him to say? I mean, you should have said that like 2 months ago. You're one tech away from this. Okay, we know what you're going to say now. We know that. And then my thing is, when Luka's out there, when things aren't going his way, he has this. It's his body language. And I know that doesn't mean everything, but when you're supposed to be the leader of the team, man, guys are looking at you, right? I mean, the guys around you are looking at you. And you just said he's not a vocal leader. So when they're looking at you and everything is woe is me and why is this and why is this not working in my favor, guys tend to do that. Luka whines, the rest of the team whines. When Luka plays hard and aggressive without whining, the rest of the team, they follow.
No, Billy, first of all, you're looking a little too much at Luka. And examining a little too much there. All I got to say is this. No, I don't see, for me at least, I just look at it differently. I don't get oh my God, he shrugged his shoulders one time. No, I care about what's on the court when they play, okay? When Luka gets in there and in the fourth quarters when he's dominating and making those plays, that's what his teammates look at, and they know that's our guy. That's my guy. That's our leader because he's dominating there. Dirk, are you kidding me? Dirk did the most shrugging all the time. Dirk wasn't a vocal leader, but what did Dirk do? He dominated on the court, and that's why he was a leader, okay? So,
well, I hate to interrupt this. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll let you get to it in a second, but I got somebody who wants a piece of you, Billy. You've been spewing this crap out here. He's come for you right now. We didn't see him we hadn't seen him in a couple games, but he's here now. And remember, his name is the Kendrick, is what his birth certificate says. And we got the Kendrick right here. Kendrick, how you feel about tonight's game, man? What do you have to say about what happened out there tonight, man?
Oh, first of all, what's up, Walt? What's up, Billy? What's up, EA? First time seeing you, brother.
What's up, man?
Salute. It's one of them bad games. It's one of them bad games. But it's one of them bad games. Everybody was terrible. Everybody can share the blame, from players, the coaches, even equipment managers.
Oh no, man! Come on, man! Not the equipment manager, man.
Hey, equipment managers. Hey, you can blame Ken Wade on this on the broadcast.
Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Kendrick is right, because you know what Skin said coming out of the half? Oh, well, Memphis is not going to keep this three-pointing streak up. I just don't see them doing that. Coming out of the half.
Look, guy, they don't keep them. They put the bomb it away.
Yeah.
It's one of them nights, but I tweeted Billy. I said, I'm finna go on a rant tonight. I'm finna go on a rant. I tweeted you, Billy. Remember I said I'm finna go on a rant?
Go ahead, sir. The floor is yours.
You know what my rant's finna be on.
Go ahead.
How does the guy who busted his ass was basically the second best Maverick on your team last week other than Timmy? How he don't get no run in the first half and basically limited to what I consider in the fourth quarter to FU minutes? How that happen? How does Josh Green don't get no run? All right, and don't give me the rookie crap. That's a load of crap right there. That guy don't say nothing. He just does his job. He busts his ass. He gets flow burns. There's some of them guys do on that team, but he's reduced to FU minutes in the fourth quarter. Tell me how that happens. Because that's a load of crap to me right there. I'm looking for an answer. I'm asking y'all. Y'all know the team better than I do.
Go ahead, Billy. Billy, we'll let you take it first.
Well, I was gonna say I don't understand it. I was looking at it as well, man. I mean, Josh Green has played very well for you over the past week, and we've been asking for the rookies to get out there. He's come out, he's played well, gets after it, like you say, he does his job. He's not asking for the ball. He just goes out there and does his job. And I don't know, man. I know Rick's trying to. I want to say that Rick's trying to figure out what his playoff rotation is going to be, so maybe he's looking at that. But you got to play the guys that have got you there, man. And he's done well. To see him just sit there and, like you said, get reduced to just, fourth quarter, we're getting blown up now, go ahead and get some minutes. That's trash, man. And I don't like to trash Rick Carlisle like that, but that tonight was trash, man. That wasn't a good look at all.
I'm bash him. It's basically what I consider like rookie hazing. I'm just gonna haze you, little rookie haze. Hey, I'm gonna give your minutes to old hurt heel JJ Redick, who just passed gas and just left with his hurt heel out there.
Come on, man.
Anyway, I'm gonna give your minutes to Trey Burke, who had his big bag of nothing out there. I mean, it ain't like you giving his minutes away to somebody who actually contributed out there. All he does is spark the team and give you minutes. I'm not saying he's a good player, but he does provide energy. And he gives you something that you don't have really percentually on this team. Young, athletic legs. You got athletic again tonight. You had guys on Memphis Grizzlies were just going by people today. It wasn't just threes. They was Dylan Burke. First, I asked the question: How does Billy? How does your guy what is it? Depot 7.
Depot 7. Make sure you throw the name at him. Depot 7.
Okay. I want you to look at ask Billy. How does Depot 7 get beat off the dribble 3 times by the slowest guy on the court?
Come on, Billy.
The second time he got beat off the floor. Hey, the referee did Rick Carlisle a favor and just threw him out the game himself. So I would have ejected him the game for that. Billy, he got beat off the dribble by the slowest guy on the floor 3 consecutive times. How did that happen?
I don't know, man. I mean, it wasn't a good game for him.
3 straight times. He got beat off the dribble by
a picture from Dwight Powell to Troy Aikman. Is that
No, Depot 7, that'll always be my guy, man, regardless of the hate that we have to take in over here. I would just say this, man. Nobody on the team, just as a collective, did not play well tonight. From Depot 7 to Luka Carlisle, like I say, he played well tonight. Timmy played well tonight for, the minutes that he got and what he was asked to do. But it was just a bad night all the way around, man. I mean, you didn't really get much production from anybody.
Yeah, but see, this the problem.
And Memphis got production from everyone.
This is the problem. Because you had 3 bad nights in the last 3 weeks, and you know them 3 bad nights against that team in Northern California, you can't afford to have any more bad nights the rest of this week.
Yeah.
Because
I will say this. I will say this. Though it's still possible, I think the Mavericks are, I think, safe enough that they need one more win, and they're gonna, I think, get it with one of these games. Hopefully, you never know with this team.
But I love your optimism, but I don't think they safe. I think hey, listen. I was counting in the bag tomorrow, but they also got beat by Sacramento team without their 3 best players just a week and a half ago.
That's so true. But if you notice that, but they did beat Cleveland, and we kept saying we said right before, oh, they can't beat bad teams, so they're going to lose to Cleveland, and they pretty much obliterated Cleveland both nights. So
hold on. With exception though, we said the night before. Now watch this. They're gonna beat Brooklyn, and then everybody thought it was. Billy said it was gonna be Cleveland. I said, no, I think it's gonna be one of these teams this week who they play this week. I didn't think it was gonna be Memphis, but I was thinking it was gonna be New Orleans.
Right. My thing is this. I think that because they're still tied with Portland. They still have an opportunity to move up. They still have a chance at the 5th seed. I think they only right now the magic number to clinch to stay in the top 6 is 2 still. So if the Lakers lose tonight, which I don't know what the score is right now, but if the Lakers
they up 4.
Okay, so if the Lakers lose tonight, your magic number comes down to 1, and then all you have to do is win one of the final 3 games you have at the season. My prediction of my very optimistic, could they still catch Denver? That went out the
window. No, they ain't catching Denver.
That's not gonna happen.
Well, I'll tell you this. Billy thinks that if the Mavericks get Denver, they're gonna get them. They're gonna beat them. That's what Billy.
I don't know if they'll beat them, but that's a competitive series, no doubt. They have for some reason them and Denver played well this season all year.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be crazy. Y'all say Denver. I still say. Because of familiarity, maybe they just need a team with familiarity. Maybe it is the Clippers they need to be matched up again. It's still a little team now with that team. There's a little hatred there. I think the unknown with Denver. Yeah. You thinking, well, Denver don't have Murray, but that's an unknown team. I think the familiarity with the Clippers. I think, hey, it may sound crazy, but maybe you need a little familiarity with a team in a playoff round.
Go ahead,
that'll be good.
Well, I was going to say that I don't mind the Clippers, but my thing was if the Mavericks are able to, and they're going to have to get back to that 5th seed again, or win the 5th seed. If they can do that, I like their chances against the Denver Nuggets. I just think Denver as a team, they have Jokic. I think we all agree he's going to be the MVP of the league. So he's a great basketball player. He's going to do what he's got to do. And outside of that, you're great basketball player or whatever, that's fine. But I just think the Mavericks have a certain matchup. They know how to play Denver. Like you said, they won the series against Denver this year 2-1. The one game that they did lose was the game where Porter Jr. went nuts in the 4th quarter. And that game went down to like the last 20 seconds of the game. Mavericks had every to win that. Familiarity between those two teams. I think the Mavericks are well with Denver. If it's not Denver, I agree with you, Kendrick. I do think the Clippers will be the next best bet. But I think if they take Denver, I think they can take Denver out in 6 games. That's my honest opinion in it. I think the Mavs, as constructed, can take care of the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. That's just a gut feeling.
I wouldn't either one. As the way that I guess that my pessimism is kicking in here, I wouldn't pick the Mavericks to win any series at all. But I would say that it would take 6 or 7. I think they could go 6 or 7 against either the Clippers or Denver. And I think he's right. I think that the Clippers, because of the familiarity and because we hate them for some reason now, that's like our rival for some reason. That's in there, and I think last year, if KP does play, again, like Walt said, if he does play, if they do play, if KP does play, there is a bit of a revenge factor because remember the whole drama from last year's playoffs. So there could be all that going on. Another thing is that,
okay. Just remember, when you ask Flippers, don't be crying about Marquise Morris stepping on Luke's ankle. No, I won't hear about that no more because you asked for it. You said you wanted this, so just so you know, if you go out there right, it's gonna be some dirty play. It's gonna be some stuff happening.
Who I want is Denver. I'm just agreeing with him that Clippers might not be a bad option either, but Denver's who I want. They haven't been looking as elite as of late.
Kendrick, who's the best and who's the worst man on the floor tonight?
Best Mav was, I'll say, Timmy. Worst Mav was worst Mav was Luka.
Wow.
Worst Mav was Luka. Luka tonight. He was bad. He was disinterested tonight. I would say Dwight Powell because you just don't get beat by Kenny Anderson, the slowest guy in the league, 3 straight times, and then you should keep your jersey. But I'll just say Luka.
Hey, don't you hate when the Mavericks play a team and then there's a dude on the team that we haven't heard for in a long time, and then he lights it up?
Yeah.
I mean, him and Dylan Brooks look like all-stars.
Yeah. That's why I say, if you're in the slump and you want to come out of that slump, enter Dallas Mavericks.
Come to detail. Okay? Come to detail, baby.
Yeah.
Come to detail.
You come out of it.
So them guys going to Dub City. They getting them Dub City, Billy.
Memphis is getting that barbecue tonight up in Dub City tonight. Eating good tonight up in Dub City. on the Mavericks dime too.
All Mavericks are getting burnt grilled cheese, right?
And they can watch from the window tonight, Ian. What we're gonna send them at? We're gonna send them apple turnovers that Billy was talking about that they was making at home ec in the fourth quarter.
Oh, they was giving a whole bunch of them. They was giving a whole bunch of them.
Getting a whole bunch of them apple turnovers. All right, Kendrick, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
Thank you for joining, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, man. Take care, Kendrick.
I got Billy's coach here about to get potted up, man.
Billy's coach?
Yeah, Billy's guy.
Coach Carlisle. Coach
Carlisle's guy. His guy is about to get potted up here real quick.
By the way, at halftime right now, Suns leading the Warriors in a pretty good game, 66-58. The Warriors are going to be trouble in the playoffs.
Yeah. They get to that play-in, that's a bad game for somebody. Steph ain't in a one-game situation. Steph ain't losing. You'd be foolish to think otherwise. Steph might give you 65 to get that game. He's going to do what he's got to do.
Did he have 45 the other night?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. That's an off night for him nowadays. That's
an
off night.
Lakers and Knicks are both tied at 37 in the second quarter.
Okay.
So again, if you're a Mavericks fan right now, you need the Knicks to win, so the Mavericks magic number is reduced to 1, and then all the Mavericks need to do is at least get either a Mavericks win or a Lakers loss or a Portland loss, one of those factors, and the Mavericks will clinch a top 6 seed.
Okay, that's clinching the top 6, just guarantee they don't have to be in the play-in situation.
Exactly. So that's what their magic number is still at 2, but I think if the Lakers lose tonight, then it reduces back down to 1. So again, it's a combination of wins and losses. And then again, but the easiest thing for the Mavericks to do is just win. They win the next 2 games.
Well, I have you guys as a coach potted up here. You want to hear what he had to say?
Let's hear it.
All right, Coach, I'll let you start, and then we'll get into a couple questions.
Yeah. Obviously, we didn't play well over the course of the 48 minutes. A key part of this was the way we ended the first quarter. We had a 6 or 7 point lead, maybe even had an 8 point lead. They were able to finish the quarter, I think, on a 9-0 run to take the lead, and then they got the momentum from there. And so we were never really able to get it back. Very, very disappointing loss. We got to get ready for tomorrow. Pretty quick turnaround.
Brad?
Yeah, Rick, before the game, you were talking about the playoff scenario, and you said a lot of people are making assumptions. Do do you feel in any way that maybe some of your players looking at that way too, or what'd you think about the effort tonight?
It wasn't good enough. I mean, we just we had stretches where we played well, but it didn't feel like there was a collective will for 48 minutes. And look, that's what you got to have. And so, look, we're all disappointed. We know we got to do better. And to the extent that guys on the team are feeling like we got things made or whatever. I don't know that. I certainly hope that's not the case. These are NBA games, and you got to play them. And all these teams that we're playing, forget the manpower situation. I was at the game last night with Memphis and New Orleans. New Orleans is playing a hard, unselfish brand of basketball without three of their top players. And they had Memphis down double digits in the second half. And Memphis was fortunate to win the game. So, look, we're going to have our hands full in all these games. It's okay. The challenge, this kind of challenge is what we need. But we gotta bear down, and we gotta do better.
Allie?
Hey, Rick. Luka just seemed obviously not like himself tonight. What do you attribute, this off night for him being?
Nobody really played well. So that's hard to say. Look, I don't think there's anybody that's happy with the way they played. So, and we got to, win and lose as a team. So we've just got to get together and do a lot better tomorrow night.
Tim Cato?
Hey, Rick. JJ Redick left tonight's game. How much has that heel injury continued to affect him, even since he's been back on the court with you guys?
Yeah, it's been a good days, bad days type of situation. What happened in tonight's game, he left and was not going to be able to return. So we'll monitor it on a day-to-day basis. I don't know, he will not play tomorrow. I'm certain of that. Beyond that, we'll have to see how he responds to treatment. He's been going through this for a while now, so he knows his body. But I haven't talked to him yet, and I haven't talked to Casey. And really, the next morning is a lot of how this stuff goes. So, but it was not good to see. That's for sure.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Billy.
That looked like a hostage video situation.
Billy, Mr. Zod, I have a question real quick for you fellas. You guys are diehard Maverick fans. What is up with the roller coaster with this team? Up, down, up, down, up, down. What? Chat me up, Mr. Zod. EA. What? Chat me up, Mr. at EA Sports DFW. Get over there and follow that account too. Chat me up. What's going on?
I know we'd love to have it like a Cardi B song, up, all that.
When it's up, if it's up, when it's up, then it's up.
That's a great reference. That's a great reference you just made there. I like that.
That's me trying to appeal to the younger audience right there. But honestly, it's this season especially because a basketball season. Our good friend Tovash brings us up because we that's what basketball seasons are. They're ups and downs all the time. But this season, especially for the Mavericks, has been emotionally exhausting, mainly because it's been such a short season. I mean, we really kind of just started in January, honestly. That's when it really started to get going. And all of a sudden, we're 4 months into this, and it's just been draining. We've had so much drama from whether or not KP and Luka are best friends or not, whether or not KP can stay healthy.
They're not.
Well, KP says they're good. Interview. He doesn't know what Mark Cuban's talking about. But regardless,
right. I saw that.
Yeah. So, well, regardless though, with everything is going on, the injuries, whether or not the role players are good or not, it's just kind of like, as a fan, you just kind of want the season to be over now. Like, because I know we're not winning the championship. But the one thing is I'm kind of excited though is to see the playoffs because that will be different. For me, that will be something different. This regular season has been god awful. I want it to end, and I just want to see what they can do in the playoffs. And I'm glad to see we're back into a normal. I'm glad to see that we're back having fans in the stadiums, that the AAC rocking. I might go try to get a playoff game or two in for myself. That's as a fan what I'm excited for because this regular season has really drained me.
Yeah, EA, I'd like to piggyback off that, man. This team has been up and down. The playoffs is going to bring a new energy. We won't have to worry about, first and foremost, playing a really good team and then playing a bad team and having the ups and downs of that. You're going to play a good team every night. So if there's any consolation in this whole thing, you'll know that the Mavericks are going to be giving their best effort against good teams every single night. There is no night to take off. So I'm interested in seeing that, again, depending on the matchup. But the Mavericks going forward, man, I don't know what they're going to do to fix it, but they've got to find a way to become more consistent as a team, man, because the best teams in the league, you know what you're going to get out of them every night. Doesn't mean they're going to win every night, but you know what you're going to get from them. One night Mavericks are on, they're the one thing that's consistent about them, they're going to jack up those threes, but one night it's going to be on and they're going to look beatable. The next night, they're not going to be able to buy a bucket. And on no night do they ever want to play consistent defense. So it's really hard to determine what you're going to get and how the team is going to play. They're going to have to figure that out going forward. They're really going to have to put in some work on that.
Just to clarify, just important as we get into the final stretch, and this is going to get intense. The Trailblazers' last 3 games are at the Jazz, at the Suns, versus Denver. The Mavericks' next 3 games are versus the Pelicans, versus the Raptors, at the Timberwolves, and the Lakers currently against the Knicks. Then they're going to they're versus the Rockets, at the Pacers, and then they finish the season at the Pelicans. This is going to be one wild race to get into the playoffs, guys.
Well, guys, I've got your nephew. I've got your nephew Billy, and I've got your favorite player. EA potted up here, ready to go. Let's hear what he had to say about tonight's loss.
Luka, you don't look real comfortable now. And I was going to ask you about the fall you took on the concrete. Did your back bother you during the game, and how is it feeling now?
I mean, I've been having hits last couple of games, a lot of this, but that's not an excuse. The game today is on me. I wasn't here. I wasn't myself, so we got to bounce back. But that game was obviously one of the worst I ever played, and I gotta be better than that.
Corey?
But how's your back feeling?
I mean, now it's worse, when it got cold. So we'll see how it is tomorrow.
All right, Corey, go ahead.
Hey, Luka. Could you touch on some of the sets you saw out there from Memphis that kind of limit the team's offense?
What's that? Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, I was saying that. Could you touch on some of the sets that you were seeing out there from their defensive sets from them, and what kind of limit the team's offense from what you saw out there?
I mean, yeah, they were playing great defense. They were playing great offense too. So they have a hell of a game, and they obviously deserve this game over us.
Brad?
Yeah, Luka. Rick said that you guys played well in stretches, but he didn't see a collective will amongst you guys. Would you agree with that? What did you think of the overall effort?
I don't think we played well. We got beat by 30, so I don't think that's playing well. But like I said, that's on me, and I got to do with that.
Last one, Kevin?
Hey, Luka, with Kristaps scheduled to come back tomorrow, how do you feel like you'll be able to get him acclimated back into the swing of things after missing the last several games as far as the offense is concerned?
Just the way we used to play before. But I think our problem right now is on defense, and we got to guard better. So if we play good defense, we're going to play the Dolphins.
All right, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Billy, did you hear that? Accountability, leadership. Did you hear that, Billy? He said it's on me. It's my fault what happened out there tonight. How do you feel about that? You want to you still want to kill him for that? You asked when is he gonna be the leader of the team? Tonight he stepped up and he was the leader. He said it's on me.
That did absolutely nothing for me. I don't expect anything. I don't expect anything. I mean, again, he's going to say that. I mean, what I don't understand what people expect. I'm going to say the politically correct thing. It's on me or whatever. I was more concerned with the question that was asked afterwards when they said, "Hey, with the expected arrival of my guy KP, who will be back tomorrow, 25 points tomorrow. Walt, go ahead and take that to the bank. Deposit that tonight.
Stop.
Deposit that tonight.
Stop. You need to stop with
deposit that tonight.
No. This is
you want to deposit that tonight. 25 cash money. 25. You booking that?
25. It's there. It's good as cash. It's good as cash.
You need to stop putting these expectations on the man.
No, I don't. I don't think that's putting an unfair.
You don't think KP can come back to you 25 tomorrow night?
I just don't want anybody to be like, oh, now he has to go get 25, or then if he gets 24, we're gonna come in here and be like, what happened, Billy? Like it's just like
I don't.
Look at that. KP will save us tomorrow.
I don't think that'll be the case. I'm just saying. I mean, KP with the ability that he has. Now, granted, that might be a little far-fetched because we don't know what type of minute restriction he'll be on, if any. And then, being out of rhythm, he might not come out just stroking the three ball or whatever the way, I like he would. But he'll have opportunities. If KP comes out there and gives me double-digit points and double-digit rebounds and, say 20, 25 minutes or whatever, I can live with that. I just want to make sure that he's staying healthy, getting ready for the playoffs. But I do think he'll make an immediate impact. I will say that.
Well,
I think he will make an immieate impact.
Did we watch Luka, or was that like DJ Tanner's boyfriend from an episode of Full House? Because what Luka looked like with his hat backwards. He looked like he was about to go meet Danny Tanner and be like, "Hey, you doing? I'm here to take DJ out." I will say this though, I was a little worried though because he kind of skirted the back problem question because I believe it was Tim McMahon and he was like, "How did your back feel?" And Luka just went with the generic, "Well, I played bad, I played bad, but that's the whole team."
Yeah, we don't answer questions about that. We don't answer questions about that. I don't know if you know.
And then his answer then when Tim McMahon made him answer it was kind of scary. He goes, "We'll see how it feels tomorrow." I'm like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
That kind of scared me a little bit.
Well, EA, these things, you fall on the ground, these things can swell, overnight they tend to take a turn, We have to see how it feels tomorrow. It might be a little bruise or something. So we put a little ice on it. Look at that. We'll be fine. Not big tomorrow. Listen.
What about your guy, JJ?
Luka's going to be ready to go tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about Luka. Be there. We just need to make sure. What about it?
Yeah, I mean, he's dealing with that heel again.
Oh, they're saving him for the playoffs. That's all they're doing.
You better hope there's a tsunami coming because it is dry.
It better be a tsunami. It better be a tsunami. For him to get mad at me like he did in that press conference, it better be a tsunami coming. That's what better happen. Billy, before we get out of here, let's go over here to the what we like to call the stats and facts here. Listen, I'm about to hit you over the head with a stat that you're gonna be shocked about tonight. Okay, this is coming right out of the gate. I mean, you don't give this guy any credit. You talk down on him, and tonight he showed up tonight. Okay, he had 15 minutes. He gave you 16 points and 8 rebounds. Willie Cauley-Stein gave you those numbers tonight. 15.
Yeah, he played well, 15, man. I mentioned it earlier.
15, 8, and 16. 15, 8, and 16. He gave 15 minutes, 8, and 16.
Yeah, but can I tell you that was like early in the third quarter.
Don't do that.
And he went scoreless down the stretch.
Because I ain't even got to your guy. I ain't got to your guy numbers yet.
Who's my guy?
Yeah, Luka. I ain't got to his numbers yet. And
I'm a THJ
guy. He played 26 movie.
I'm a THJ guy now.
Oh, Lord. And speaking of THJ.
Mason.
Oh, God. Where he come from? Well, hey, he wanted to come in here and see what was going on too. He was upset. He was so upset about that American. He just went in the back room early. He said, "I got to get out of here. I can't be a part of this. I can't be a part of this."
So what does he do?
Well, we haven't gotten here, but the guy who you say your favorite, and Billy's really been talking down on this guy. I mean, he's dragged his name through the mud lately.
He has.
Yeah, he has. 28 minutes, 19 points tonight. 19 points from
right.
Tim Hardaway Jr. on the basketball court tonight. 28 minutes. Billy, you want to? Let's go, Billy. I know you want to poo-poo on it and say, "Oh, it's nothing. I'm not impressed," and stuff like that. What's he? That's right on time for Tim Hardaway, right?
Oh, I mean, no, he's been playing. He's been playing well over the past week. I've told you that, but I'm not concerned. Again, I keep telling you, I'm not concerned about what he does against the Memphis Grizzlies. When it's time to play those Clippers, when it's time to play the top seeds, that's when I need to see you shine, because that's when we need you the most. I don't care about no 25 points against the damn lowly whoever the number 13 seed is. That doesn't mean anything to me. That doesn't get me excited when Luka does it against them. Show me against the best, because we're going to have to beat those guys to get where we ultimately want to be.
Mr. Sai, you have a question?
So against two top teams in the Eastern Conference, in the Heat and the Brooklyn Nets, he was pretty balling out there too. It seems like you're just straight up hating right now.
Yeah. I'm kind of with A on this one.
Well, I mean, you can say what you want about them, but here's the problem: we won't see the Brooklyn Nets or any of those teams in the playoffs. You don't even have to worry about that.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just pick and choose your little stats, okay?
No, I mean, I told you. I mean, they're not. It's not little stats. If we're going to average them out, THJ is having a good season. I never said he wasn't having a good season. I'm just saying that when I want to see a THJ, you know what it is. He figured it out, and you just pointed it out when we were talking about KP as well. I look at these players, and I don't just look at them as, okay, THJ is a guy who's just going to give me this, that, and the other. I know these guys have the ability. THJ can light it up, man. When he's on fire, this dude is fish grease hot. I need to see that when we need it, not so much against these other teams. Now, granted, it's great to have it. It helps you win a game against the Grizzlies or whoever. But I believe THJ is a guy that can give us more, and I needed bigger spots. That's all.
Read that comment on the screen.
Yeah,
read that comment on the screen.
Hey, that's fine. You can believe in when he gives you that 9 next week. Just remember that. Come back.
Why are you doing this, man? Why are you doing this?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you covered right here. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. I got your name and that comment right there, Gordon. I'll be reposting that.
Well, okay. So here's where we got to bring it down a notch. The other night, this guy got a nickname from Cash. We called him Dorian Finney-Swish the other night.
Yeah.
Billy, well, tonight we need to change him to Dorian Finney-No-Swish tonight, because Dorian Finney-Smith played 27 minutes and only gave you 2 points tonight, Billy. 2 points in the NBA basketball game. 2 points in the NBA basketball night tonight, Billy.
Only person that did worse was Lamar
Odom. And he got some good looks tonight too. So 2 points tonight is not acceptable. But you know what? It goes back to what we said.
Hold on. It gets worse. He had 1 rebound and 3 assists in 27 minutes. What the hell did he do tonight? Yeah, John Brown. With Dodo, doo-doo tonight. Straight doo-doo tonight. Doo-doo fitty, no swish.
Man, he's got to be better.
Thank you, Ea. No, he didn't say Billy. He said he should be ashamed of himself.
No, I said Billy. Oh,
Billy.
That's his guy.
I mean, I didn't do anything. I didn't give him that name.
No, he's not a Dodo. He is not a Dodo. He is not a Dorian Finney-Smith guy. He's not a DFS guy.
No, I like DFS for what he should be used for. He's a lockdown defender. When you're giving him the same amount of shots as JJ Redick is taking, and I see KP not getting shots and Finney Smith is getting them up like nobody's business, there's a problem with that. Does anybody else see the issue with that? He's not a scorer. Yeah. He's not a spot-up shooter. What are we doing?
regardless of what happens in the playoffs and what happens in anything, I know one thing. I know Donnie, and I hope he's thinking about this. They need to just get back to they need to find some shooters, because we don't need part-time shooters. We need guys who just straight up shoot.
You need an athlete on this team. You need a Russell Westbrook, DeMar DeRozan type player that's gonna go to the basket.
There's that guy in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DeMar DeRozan. You need that guy who's going to go to the basket, or somebody's going to hang around in that mid-range area and get you them 2 points. Hey Billy, when them threes are not falling, you got somebody who can save you from yourself when the threes are not falling, and that's what he'll do.
Well, you have guys on the team that can do that. They just don't.
No, there is nobody who can do it, because we know the message here. Billy. When in doubt, shoot the three.
Well, so if that's the message here, and that same message is going to be here next year, there's no point in bringing DeMar DeRozan.
No. We're going to change the message. Okay, we're going to be like, okay, listen, when the threes fell, just get the ball to him. Just get the ball to DeRozan. But this next guy here, EA, and I don't know if you should be ashamed of yourself, or this guy should be ashamed of himself with the product that he put out on the floor for Billy and you tonight. And basically the MFFLs and Maverick fans all over the world. I mean, this guy needs to be ashamed of himself what he did tonight, because Luka played 26 minutes and only gave you 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And that's probably why Billy is on his biscuit tonight about being a leader. You know, Billy's got a point. You know, in the point of the game, you can see he had that little sourpuss look on his face. His shoulders were slumped. You know, like, I want to get out of here tonight. You know, listen, I want to just pull me out of here tonight.
I can pull out plenty of photos of some of the top players in the NBA with slouch, sourpuss faces, all that. That's not the point. The point is, again, like I said, on the court. But on the court tonight, he didn't show up. He was atrocious. Yep, John Brown has the perfect name. Luka
Tragic is his new nickname when he plays bad, Billy. Luka Tragic.
John Brown, you need to put that up on Twitter too. You got to get that trend in there.
But you know what? In fairness, but you know what? In fairness, though, man, I mean, I'm not going to jump Luka's case like that tonight, man, because he's had far more great games than he's had a dud. Guys, you keep playing this game long enough, you're going to have duds, man. The ball's not going to go in every night. You're not going to have your ace stuff every single night. So I'm not upset with Luka Doncic about that. But the thing is, EA, you just announced, you said, you can go and find countless players who have that sour look on their face, and you're 100% right about that. The difference in some of those is Luka has already gained the reputation of being a whiny crybaby, and that definitely looks bad when he's doing that as well. Every player gets upset because they don't get a call.
Tim Duncan was considered the most whiniest player. Yeah, that was his reputation. He was considered a crybaby. I remember.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace was the worst one of all. My God.
But it didn't affect them to the point where they were still,
Rasheed Wallace cried after every play. I was like, come on, man. You got it. I mean, she was probably the worst player to ever whine in the NBA. I mean, good God, Rasheed Wallace used to cry about everything.
He was pretty bad, but like Tim, it was funny because I remember watching some playoffs things against the Mavericks, and anytime a call went against Tim, he'd just have this look like, "How dare you call something against me? Do you know who I am? I'm Tim Duncan."
Or put the ball.
Rasheed Wallace was trying to fight.
Right here.
Yeah. Rasheed Wallace was about to fight the ref. Rasheed Wallace was trying to fight the ref after every bad call, and I was like, bro, they had to pull him away from the ref every call. Like, get away from him. Stop. Leave him alone. And I'm like, my God.
He played with an edge, Walt. He played with an edge.
Billy, I will say this. Listen, you're right in the fact that it gets annoying as a fan watching Luka whine. Listen, I don't like it either. Okay, I wanted to, but I think that's the least. Here's what if I want to critique Luka, this is the two things I'd critique on him. First of all, he needs to really get his free throw shooting back on track. You cannot be
never on track, EA.
Well, he needs to get better than whatever it was, because it is certainly like he was in 70% a while back, and now he's dropped down to like 64%. It is atrocious. You can't be a superstar in this league and have a terrible free throw shooter.
It's not true. It's not true. LeBron isn't a good free throw shooter, and Shaquille O'Neal was not a good free throw shooter, and they were the best.
Well, okay, Shaq.
That's not even fair, man.
But hold on, time out. LeBron gets criticized for it all the time. That's why a lot of the Jordan people don't like giving. Okay, that's fine. The Jordan people are gonna do this.
Hey, it's like Shaq said. It's like Shaq says. I made them when I needed to.
Okay, well, I don't think Luka needs to go down the Shaq trajectory right now.
Hey, I made him when I needed to. Is what Shaq would say. When it comes down to it,
I just think that needs to be fixed. And also, his shot selection needs to get a little bit better. It's gotten better, but overall,
no. Where do you think Billy got the name Step Back Jack from?
I understand. It's gotten better. I mean, there are times that, where he just decided that's all he was going to shoot. He's gotten better, but he needs to keep going at it. He needs to change up his game completely if he wants to ascend to the next level of greatness, which we know he can do.
Well, that goes back to my point that I've been making. It's time to pull the Allen Iverson move and take him off the ball. Get him a player next to him that will allow him to take him off the ball. Which like I say, now we're seeing him do the back to the basket turnaround game. I like to see them. I like to see Luka do more of that next season. I like for them to get the ball. I would like for them to give Luka the ball and him to say, "Get out of the way. I'm ISO right now. I'm about to take this kid to school." Or whoever's guarding me to school, and I'm about to put 2 on his head. Right here, right now.
And it looks really good when he does it effectively, too. He's starting to get in a groove. And I think this offseason, I hope Luka and whoever the developmental coaches that get assigned to him or who works with him, they need to work on that portion of his game. If he can add that to his already arsenal that he already has, it's going to do wonders. And I think he'll be even better next year.
John Brown has a good question. What do we do with Josh Richardson this offseason? Biggest disappointment of the season for me. Let's check his numbers out real quick. Josh Richardson.
What is the contract situation?
He's gone. He's only 1 year.
Okay,
they took him.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Josh Richardson gave you 22 minutes and 9 points tonight, Billy. Cake doors.
Again, nobody played well.
Remember also, was it last game or the game before that when Harp said he doesn't miss too many wide open 3 shots, but he don't score that much.
Hey, can I ask you a question before Billy? Just a quick question before. Was he handling the ball a little more than normal in this
tonight?
Game? Yeah, there was
because they pulled Luka early.
But Luka was on the court too with him. Even with Luka on the court, they had Richardson running the point for a bit, and I thought that was just kind of odd that they were doing that.
They do that sometimes. They let him get the ball and get jiggy with it.
It just looked odd. Maybe tonight it looked weird tonight, but it looked weird tonight.
That's to create Luka created. That's to get Luka ready for step back jack action. That's what happens. And we get him to bring the ball down court. We swing it around. We're gonna put Luka at the top. What happens next? Wop, step back jack.
Yeah.
And
when it's not, according when it's not falling, when step back jack is not falling, then he turns into Luka tragic.
Yeah, I mean, that's
or when it's falling, it's Luka magic.
Yeah. Luka Magic to Luka Tragic to Step Back Jack. 3 different aliases. He's like Mick Foley, man.
Yeah, he got
Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love. Yeah, he's all 3 of those guys. Yeah.
Oh my God, Jalen Brunson gave you 15 tonight. Okay, I can't be mad at that. Trey Burke gave you 7. What are we gonna do with this Nikolai Melli guy? No, we're done. We're done with the experiment with him, Billy. We don't want him back.
Somebody told me he was a stretch 4 and he was going to be a good guy to get playing time when he first got him. I knew nothing about him, but that's what they told me. So I was like, all right,
I mean, he had a few moments where we're like, oh, is he going to change, the Mavericks' fortunes? He's going to be that stone cold shooter that JJ Redick hasn't been. And
right.
No, he's just an Italian guy. That's what he is.
Gordon says bye. He don't want him here no more. Maxi Kleber, I'm gonna let Maxi pass. He's coming off injury. He gave you 3 points tonight, 14 minutes. Josh Green gave you 2 points, 12 minutes. Depot 7, your guy, 11 minutes tonight, 2 points, and that's after he received an ejection from the referees there. Tyler Bay gave you nothing. Nate Hinton gave you 8 minutes, 8 points. That's a point for every minute he was on the floor, Billy. Boban gave you 5 minutes to 2 points, and JJ Redick gave you 2 minutes tonight and 0 points.
But that's because of injury.
Right. So,
it just didn't look good at all tonight. So whatever.
John Brown says DP equals didn't play. I guess that means he's talking about Depot 7.
Man.
Billy, that's what
say what we want to say. Man.
No, you deserve this because when he had that one good game, you just rode him like no other, and that was I felt bad for it. I knew the day was coming. The minute you posted his picture as your profile pic. Come on.
Well, I tell you what. Here's how you. I'm going to give Rick Carlisle a clue here. I'm going to give him a clue. This is how you get more out of Dwight Powell. First and foremost, for any player, you got to make sure they're getting touches. Okay, you got to find ways to get Dwight Powell the ball. I'm not saying he's a guy you dump it down to him on the block and let him for. That's not his game or whatever. But you need to run things for him like. You know how we used to run those, or we run them with Finney Smith, the little set plays where we throw in the oop or whatever. You got to get those type of plays going for Dwight Powell. When a guy sees the ball go in the basket, man, he gets more active on the other side. Right now, it just seems like they use Dwight. Okay, hey, Dwight, just go out there, be fouls, and run up and down the floor, give me a tip out here. But, give him more of a role on the team, man. Give him more of a role than just come out there, stand around, and watch Luka. That's not going to work. That goes for a lot of different guys. There are guys that can do more.
I think you're putting too much on Dwight. Like he can be this big time superstar. Listen, I love Dwight Powell for what he is, but I think that you're adding too much for him. I don't think he'd be that guy.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, I'm not asking him to be a super. He doesn't have that. There's no indication that he's giving me that he could be a superstar, let alone a all-star caliber player. He's just a role guy. That's what he is. I think he's accepted that. But what is his role? Do you feel like we maximize his role, or do you just feel like we just throw him out there? I mean, when the guy shows he can give you 12, 13 points, okay, which might not be a lot to a bunch of people, but for him, 12, 13 points, 7, 8 rebounds on the game, that's a good damn game from Dwight Powell. So to go from that to 2 to 4 with 3 rebounds, what are we seeing? Why is that constantly happening? It's the story of this whole team.
Right, but he, like everybody else, is inconsistent. That's the problem.
Right, and that's the point I'm getting to. Yeah, they're just inconsistent, and you can't get these guys to go out there, and they don't have consistent roles. They don't play consistent minutes, so it's hard for them to get into a groove.
This guy,
Mason's trying to get your attention.
Yeah, this dude here, man. God,
that's a great point. That's a great point there by John, man. That's a tremendous point.
Well, you brought up the point and said, how are they maximizing him? They don't maximize Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has been way underutilized in his time here. And by the way, can I say something, Walt and Billy, because I need to get this off my chest.
Go ahead, sir.
On Twitter, and listen, Mavs Twitter, MFFLers on there.
Leave my guys alone.
No, they're gonna get an earful right now.
They haven't done anything wrong. They're better than Cowboys Nation.
No, they're worse.
That Billy represents.
They're worse now because their comments after Porzingis' little press conference or whatever, his little media availability, and they're freaking out over his comments. They're like, "Oh, he's not being a team player. He just seems so aloof, and he seems angry. Just get with the program. We're winning." I'm like, so you want this guy?
Well, no, they're not winning.
Well, now they're not. Yeah. But I don't understand why you guys don't understand that KP has the right to be frustrated because, one, he has to get it. His injuries are probably on his mind. But second of all, when he is healthy and he's on this team doesn't utilize him, whether it's the coaching staff or his teammates. They don't utilize them in the right, proper way. So he's being honest. Right. Is he a little too honest? Maybe. But I don't care. He's just telling them what it is. He said, hey, I want to have a little bit more of a role. I'm sorry, but don't we want our superstars to say, hey, give me the ball? I guarantee you Kobe Bryant always said, give me the damn ball. I mean,
the problem is, EA, is that, you know, the MFFLs and Mavs fans want KP to follow in line behind Luka. Okay, this is Luka's show. This is the KP show, and that's what the fans want him to know. Okay, you need to fall in line behind Luka. If you're not gonna fall in line, then we got to get you out of here, right, Billy? You know, it's about Luka and nothing else. That's why we can't have. That's why we have the T-shirts made. Not a good fit here because, you know, there are going to be certain players here. You got to fall in line, okay? If you don't fall in line, then we can't have you here. Sorry, we just can't have you.
And as long as that mentality exists, this team will go nowhere because it's about Luka more than it is anything else. You have a perennial all-star caliber player. You can have all the conversation you want to. Tovash, everybody can have all the conversations they want to. Say he don't want to play basketball. I'm here to tell you that's all bullshit.
Well, Tovash has just lost it lately.
Well, but even having said that, my thing is when you have good basketball players, you find a way to utilize them. Kobe Bryant didn't ever turn down good basketball players. He got them, whether it was Pau Gasol, whether it was Andrew Bynum, whether it was Lamar Odom, whether it was Meta World Peace, Ron Artest at that time. You know, he utilized those guys. Yeah, so you can't be afraid to have good players and work with them.
He forced a trade to get what he wanted.
Yeah. I mean, well, he's Kobe too, so I mean, you can do those type of things. But I would just say this: I mean, KP is not utilized properly. We all see that. We all understand that. When he gets hot, we pull him out the game, and he is in an unfortunate situation. I say this all the time, EA, and I'm sure you can agree with this. He's damned if he does. He's damned if he doesn't. He doesn't play. He's off. Plays. You know, you need to fall behind Luka. You play big, we don't give you credit. You play bad, it's all your fault. You know, he's not. You get hurt. Somebody can run up under you and run into your ankle, and you fall down. Oh, you're injury prone. Everybody else in the league, we justify, but with KP, you're injury prone. There's not a way for him to win.
Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis have missed more games in
more.
a season than what Kristaps Porzingis has done this season. We also another thing is they're going after Porzingis fans and saying that, oh, remember when people were back in early March and April that, oh, look at KP, he's coming back, and they screenshot it like, now look at him. I mean, I don't know why they're attacking. And also, I got to talk about one specific Mavs guy. I don't know his name, but he just had that weird dog thing. He's saying that, I don't like it because he's aloof. I'm like, what do you mean aloof? Who cares? Why are you going too much over what people say? Like, they're athletes. Luka doesn't even talk sometimes. And yet we're okay with that. But KP, he just says a normal thing. He's a little upset about how he wants to help contribute to this team. But, oh, no, we got to get that aloof guy out of here because he can't do anything. Are you
right? It's the same reason why you can't bring Andre Drummond here because his rebounds is getting in the way of Luka.
Well, that's Andre Drummond ain't doing much in the LA Lakers either.
Nah, he's not doing anything over there in LA right now. But you know what?
I'm glad you brought that. Of course not, because Ring James ain't here and AD just got back.
Of course it's
that's true. But you know what? To EA's point, man, and I think that's crazy. We talk about this all the time. Okay, you don't like the fact that he's pointing out that, hey, I don't feel like I'm getting utilized properly. But you bitch and complain because he's not out there. You want him to, as Tovash has everyone in the world on Twitter, you want him to go busting in, kicking in doors, and hey, I need to be playing. This is what's going on. Fuck the plan. I need to be playing. Well, you always throw the salt on him. All about, oh, they had to hide AI's jersey from him. What do you want the man to do? He can't win. He's not in a position to win here in Dallas because if he goes in, he's not a team player. If he doesn't play, he doesn't want to play basketball.
And by the way,
he does. What is he to do?
And by the way, if he does get traded here and he goes off and has a good career somewhere else, we're going to blame. Everyone's going to be like, well, why didn't the Mavericks utilize him here? Well, because you guys complained every 5 seconds about him.
Yeah.
Oh no, now they're gonna blame Rick for that if that don't work. But
everybody.
I don't really throw any salt on KP. Like, I like KP. My just thing is, you know, I'm a guy. I'm more about the city of Dallas winning championship than I am about a certain player winning championship.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I've always made that known. Like I care about the Dallas Mavericks as a whole winning the championship, not just one guy. But everybody now is stuck on. Well, we gotta do to keep Luka and win a championship for Luka. I like Luka, I love Luka, but I want the city to get another ring. I want another ring for detail. I'm born and raised in detail, and I don't have any ties to H-Town like some people do. I don't have any ties to Brooklyn like other people on the broadcast. But
I don't know who those people are. They're not on the show right now. I don't know who that would be. But, listen, I do have a quick question though. I like what you just pointed out there. It's about the city of Dallas. Let me ask you guys here and be completely honest. If the Mavericks could trade Luka Doncic, there's no way to do this, but if the Mavericks were able to trade Luka Doncic and you knew that out of the next, let's say the next 10 years, the Mavericks were able to win 4 championships in the next 10 years, but you have to get rid of Luka today. Do you think a lot of Mavs fans would go for that, knowing that they will win 4 championships in the next decade?
I think
because it's also about putting butts in seats. Well, right now, Luka puts butts in seats.
My contingent, I'd go if we're guaranteed. Like if you told me you're guaranteed 4 NBA championships in the next 10 years, I would take that in a heartbeat. Because in the end, and I've said this before, that's why I'm not a player guy. I'm a team guy. I've always said this. It's about the organization because I'm always going to be a Mavericks fan. I'm not always, I love Dirk. Dirk was our guy because he stayed here the entire time. But let's say Dirk had left. I would still love Dirk. I'm like, hey, Dirk, I love you. You're a great player. But again, I'm a Mavericks fan first and foremost.
Right.
And luckily, Dirk is the only guy we had here, and he brought us the championship. So he'll always be in our hearts. But if Luka Doncic but my thing is, I wouldn't trade Luka Doncic because I know he's our best. Right now, he's our best shot.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll somewhat agree and disagree with that because Dirk fell in line and didn't really, hold the organization hostage or say this and that. But I'll tell you this, let Luka start holding Dallas Mavericks hostage and start telling them I want this and I want that. See the mood change around here a little bit.
They will turn on Luka like no other, which I understand why they would, because they don't, this is their franchise. This is the team they like. If Dak Prescott today went against the franchise and made the Cowboys like, oh, this and that, and I'll be like, whoa, Dak, what you doing there?
Yeah, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do nothing. We wouldn't do something like that. We wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry, I forgot. You and Dak.
Yeah, we wouldn't do anything like that. No, we would never do anything like that.
Well, you have $42 million dollars.
We got 42 million reasons why we're not going to do that.
Did you get
your 42 million is a part of what you're doing. You are holding up a franchise like that.
Right. It's true.
Where's our
it's true. It's true because the general manager / owner or whatever his son likes to make comments. We can't do this or that because we're paying our quarterback a lot of money. He likes to take little shots at us for the money he pays, but it's fine. It's cool. We've been here before. We used to it.
Let me ask you guys a question. So, and this is how you tell me if I'm out of line thinking this as a Mavericks fan. I love Luka, I love KP, and I love them both. One reason why I came out against KP right now is because of the injuries. I'm like, I love you. You're a good player. I know you can be great, but your injuries are a concern, and that if you can't help me, I'm sorry. We got to move on. Same thing if something happened to Luka and Luka couldn't do that. My thing is, number one thing is I want to win. That's the only thing that matters is winning. That's the whole point of sports. I want my team to win. So if Luka and KP became a point to where we couldn't win with them, I'm ready to let go of them. Are you guys in the same way? Right? Am I off there? Yeah.
You're not off at all.
Okay.
You say you're ready to go with Luka and KP, or are you ready to move on from KP?
I said if we have to, if it means better, whatever is best for the organization, whatever in the long run is for KP, if we have to move on, we have to move on. I mean, that's just if you can't. You've said it before. I love Tony Romo. That was my favorite quarterback and my favorite player. But in the end, he had to go because of his injuries. We couldn't count on him, could we? Because he was constantly getting injured. And who knows what his career could have been if he could have stayed healthy. But in the end, it's all about availability. John-Jacques Taylor said this multiple times. Availability is the best trait you can have as a player.
Well, so we'll be back here tomorrow night, Mr. Shaw. We don't know if you'll be with us. You're more than welcome.
I got to check my schedule.
Yeah, you know, they got to move some things around and things like that. We'd love to have you back tomorrow. But me and Billy,
you do know I got that vaccine, so you know.
Oh,
I'm busy out there, you know, giving those antibodies.
Oh, okay. hey, Billy, whose turn is it tomorrow night, ladies?
Hey, sign up.
You don't even,
sign
ladies,
up.
you don't even need to get the vaccine after you've been with me.
Yeah. So he's Mr. Antibodies and Mr. Vaccine himself, baby. So we'll be back here tomorrow night after the Mavericks take on Pelicans. I mean, do we want to give a prediction real quick before we get out of here? What do we? Okay, that's dub for you, Billy.
Give me a Mavs dub, but Zion Williamson, is he going to play tomorrow? I'm assuming he is.
He's out the rest of the season. He's out the rest of the season.
That's right. But they do have a lot of second and third tier guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's going to make a name for themselves at the Mavericks and Smiths tomorrow night, Billy? Who's going to make a name for themselves? Lonzo?
Well, Lonzo Ball. Give me Lonzo Ball. 27 points tomorrow. 9 for 9 from 3. That's what I'm
wow.
My son's going to go for 40.
For 3. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to get that. But in all
LeVar
seriousness,
Ball.
No, I'm sorry, guys. Real quick. In all seriousness, I do have the Mavs winning that game tomorrow against the Pelicans. I expect KP to come back. I expect him to play limited minutes, but play well in his limited minutes. I'm calling 20. I'm going to say 20-8 is a good number for KP tomorrow. 20-8.
Wait, before we go, didn't you have an announcement you wanted to do tonight?
Oh, yes. The announcement, you already made mention of it earlier, but I was going to say it doesn't sound good now after just getting shellacked, but I am here to say it. I have a gut feeling, guys. If the Mavericks are able to somehow maintain this 5th seed and they can match up with the Denver Nuggets, go ahead. You remember that 25 cash that I just told you about right there, Walt?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take this, deposit this tonight as well while you're in there. Get you a separate deposit slip. The Mavericks will be in the second round of the NBA playoffs. If they match up with the Denver Nuggets, they will find their way to the second round of the NBA playoffs. Even after this 29-point shellacking, the Dallas Mavericks, your Dallas Mavericks, will find their way to the second round of the playoffs if they match up with the Denver Nuggets in the first round.
Man, thanks a lot, Billy. Now they're not going to do it because you said it.
Well,
hopefully they can get that 5th round. That 5th seed, we need that. If they get it, they get to the bank.
I gotta check that Lakers score. Then we gotta make
especially for you, Billy. To end on that note, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business, and if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around tomorrow night. Peace.